Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make this apple oat crisp. Hi everyone, and welcome to my kitchen. I'm Tami, the creator of the blog and this YouTube channel called Nutmeg Notebook, and this is where I share with you all about a whole food, plant-based lifestyle. I also happen to be SOS-free, which stands for salt, oil, and sugar. But don't worry, the food still tastes delicious. And today I'm very happy to share with you a new recipe for my apple oat crisp. And this recipe happened to debut in the Health Science magazine fall issue of 2020. So I'm real excited to show you how to make it, and it has become a very popular recipe already. Our 4-year-old granddaughter loves it, and recently one of our subscribers told us that her 8-year-old son requested it for his birthday. So that's pretty good. So of course, we need some apples. You can use whatever your favorite apple is for cooking with. I have used Envy apples, Pink Ladies. I've done a combination of Granny Smith with a sweeter apple. Whatever combination you prefer, just use whatever apples you happen to have. Now, I have gone ahead and peeled mine, and I have cored them, and then I'm going to show you how I dice them so that they all come out evenly in the Vidalia food chopper. So it works really good if they're about a quarter. They can be a quarter of an inch or a little bit thicker, and then you just put it on there and push down. And the great thing about this is the container does have measurements on it, and so you will know we need 4 cups, and you'll know because the container tells you when you've reached 4 cups. Okay, so I have my 4 cups of apples, and I like to use this because it makes them all a very nice uniform size. That way they will all cook at the same time. So I will show, I'll link below to the apple core that I use, the vegetable peeler that I use, and then also my favorite kitchen knife, because it's very important to have the right tools when you're going to do these jobs, because it just makes it so much easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and empty these into my mixing bowl because we're going to add some ingredients to the filling. Now that dicer does come with 3 different size cutting blades, which is really nice for doing different types of jobs. So now we're going to add some seasonings to this, and I just want to share with you my favorite seasonings. So this cinnamon comes from Local Spicery. It's a local company here in California. I don't have an affiliate relationship with them, but I love their products. And this is the best tasting cinnamon that you will ever taste. It tastes like it has sugar in it. It is so sweet, but it's not. It doesn't have any added sugar to it. And then their apple pie spice. I'll also be using this today. And I'll link to these below. And if you put Nutmeg Notebook in the message box when you're checking out, you'll get 2 free samples, which is really nice. I'm also going to be using some fresh nutmeg, and this is my microplane nutmeg grinder. If you have never had fresh nutmeg, you are missing out because it just makes everything taste better. Now, no worries if you have the kind that comes in the jar, go ahead and use that. And I'm also going to be using some vanilla powder today, and then also some almond flour. And I get this at Whole Foods, but you can also get this at Trader Joe's, health food stores, even the regular grocery stores now carry this. So, and the oats will just be the old-fashioned oats that we're all used to. I'm going to be using some raisins, and these are golden raisins. And don't worry, I'm going to give you the recipe. So I'll do a companion blog post. So in the show notes underneath the video, there will be a link to the blog post where you'll have a printable recipe. Now, I like the golden raisins. I just think they're a little bit sweeter. I just really happen to enjoy the flavor of them, and so that's what I'm using, but you can use whatever your favorite favorite raisins are. Then I have a little bit of oat flour, some of that vanilla powder, the fresh nutmeg, and the cinnamon. That's all going in here. And then a little bit of lemon juice. This is just going to help the apples from turning color on us, and a little bit of unsweetened organic apple juice, just because it just adds a little bit of moisture and a little more flavor as well to the mixture. And we're just going to stir it up so that everything gets well incorporated. We want those apples to all get coated with the seasonings that we have in there. And this smells wonderful. I wish you guys could smell it. And then once it starts baking, you know, it's just amazing. It just fills your whole house with a wonderful aroma. Okay, then we're going to just put it in our baking dish. And I've chosen a deep dish. This is just like a 9-inch pie plate, but you could use square, you know, rectangle, whatever you have. So I'm just going to put these in there, and you don't have to have any oil or anything in the pan. Don't worry, it's not going to stick. We have that little bit of apple juice with the apples, and then the apples, as they cook, they're going to release some of their juices, and that prevents everything from sticking. It'll come out beautifully at the end. Okay, we'll just spread this out a little bit. I just like it to be evenly spread out in the pan. And it's going to shrink down a little bit as it cooks. So I know it looks very full right now, but no worries, it's all gonna fit. Okay, next we're going to make the topping for it. Okay, we're ready to start making the oat crumble topping for it. So we're just gonna start with, I have a 1.5 cups of organic rolled oats here, readily available everywhere. Now you can use either a little bit of almond flour, or if you don't have almond flour or you want to keep it lower fat, you can just use a little bit of oat flour. If you don't have oat flour, just take some oats and put it either in your food processor or your high-powered blender and just turn it into a flour. But I am using the almond flour today. And then of course I have some seasonings, so I'm using the local spicery apple pie spice and a little bit of the vanilla powder. And that's just going to, you know, add another layer of flavor in here. And then some more of the organic unsweetened apple juice. That's giving us some moisture. And then some date paste. And I make this myself, so I will link to my recipe for you. It's super easy. You just use dates and water. You soak them and then either put them in a food processor or a high-powered blender. And it's a nice natural sweetener, and we get all the nutrients from the dates, and it just adds a wonderful kind of a caramely flavor as well. And I'm just trying to get it all because I don't want to miss any of that sweetness and the goodness that it has to offer. Next, all we have to do is mix this up, and you can use your fingers if you want. Sometimes I do that. I might put gloves on, little kitchen gloves, to do it, or a fork will work, or you can even use a pastry knife will work in this as well. And we just want to get all of the oats coated and moist so that while it's baking, that it'll get crunchy for us on top. And oh, this smells so good, you guys. I think you're gonna love it. Okay, so now we're ready to put it on top of our prepared apples. And for this, I like to use my fingers for this because I like to make sure that this is kind of in nice little clumps that will crisp up for us. And it doesn't get super crispy because, of course, it doesn't have any added oil or butter or you know, it doesn't have a lot of fat in it. It does have that almond flour, which does add a little bit of fat, but not like having butter or oil or something in it. And so I just like to make sure that it's kind of in a crumbly state and just try to put it evenly over the apples. Okay, so you see I've got it pretty evenly spread around here and in nice little clumps. So it's going to bake up great. And we're just going to pop it in a 375 degree preheated oven, about 30 to 35 minutes. It'll just depend on the oven, and when it's done, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, this is done. It's hot right out of the oven. It smells absolutely amazing. I'm gonna just put it down here gently. And now it's ready to serve. So we like to serve it with a scoop of the banana mango nice cream. Just use frozen bananas, frozen mango, and put it either through your Champion juicer or in your high-powered blender or a food processor, and make a nice creamy, no sugar added ice cream, and just put that on top, and it is delicious. Now, if you want to make these as little individual, you can do that. Just use like the 6-ounce ramekins and put your apple mixture in those, make the crumb topping and put that on top, and you can make little individual servings, and that's really fun. And then you can pre-make the banana mango nice cream, and you can scoop it, put it in muffin tins and freeze it. Once it's frozen, pop those out and put them in a freezer container, and then when you're ready to serve, you already have the banana mango nice cream already individually served up. Very easy just to pop it out of the freezer and take those pre-measured scoops and put them on top of the hot apple crisp. So I hope you will enjoy this recipe. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and go over to nutmegnotebook.com and see the blog there. There's hundreds of recipes there that we have yet to make videos for. So thank you for joining me today. I'm Tami, and I help you get healthy and stay healthy, one meal at a time. Bye for now.